Good evening, everyone out there, and welcome back to In the Closet. And say something.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry, I'm tired.
I was kind of hanging for a minute.
Well, I'm full. I'm in a food coma.
Yes, that itis. You got that itis.
Bad right now. I'm stuffed. It's cheat day today, and we just had a big old cheat meal.
It was good. Some pizza. Some ice cream.
No,
or yogurt.
What?
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Like I'm in Boston. Yogurt.
With sprinkles.
Yogurt.
And I'm terribly full and I can't move, and I just had a fight with the ice maker, so I'm just trying to get settled down from that. The ice maker, you should have seen me down there. They got all jammed up. And then I open the freezer, and then all the ice falls on the floor. And the cat's there looking at me like, you idiot. And I had to pick it all up, and I had to dig out ice out of the reservoir. It was a mess.
Your life's so hard.
No, I'm just saying it's a mess while you're up here in the hot shower.
It was a good shower.
I'm glad.
It was fun. And you know what?
What?
Transitioning from your hard life to somebody else's hard life I heard about today, which was kind of some crazy news. These ladies out in Hippieville out west, Portland. Portland is, what is it? What do they call Portland?
Oregon?
No, not Portland. It's called, they call it, they call themselves weird, maybe? Portland is weird. Like they call themselves that, don't they? I don't know. I'd have to research it.
What are you talking about? Like, I don't.
Portland is a place. It's a hippie place.
Yes,
like they're
I know.
crazy out there. Like weird. Like, and they call themselves, I think, weird.
Oh.
I'd have to look it up. Anyway.
Go ahead.
These ladies, these regular American white ladies, they had a food truck.
Okay.
Their food truck got shut down. You know why it got shut down?
Why?
Because of the food they were serving.
Which was what?
Mexican.
Okay.
They shut them down because they were, what did they call it? Basically, they weren't Mexican. So they shouldn't be serving Mexican food.
That's the stupidest thing.
So now, in Portland anyway, if you're not Mexican, you can't make a taco or burrito and sell it. Like they weren't being, like what I saw, they weren't being, it's not like they were like, we came up with this idea of the burrito. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
It's not like they said, nobody can do it as good as us.
That's just, I think that's stupid. We bought pizza tonight, and he clearly wasn't Italian.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. That's the thing. It's like it's not a problem with certain foods.
No.
But I guess if it's, I don't know, maybe right now, I don't know, maybe it's...
That's just weird.
A situation with minorities, which it's like they felt like they were being taken advantage of.
So were you referring to Keep Portland Weird? Is that
yes,
what it is?
Keep Portland Weird.
Keep Portland Weird.
And this helps keep it weird.
Yeah, it's a popular slogan that appears on bumper stickers, signs, and public buildings throughout Portland, Oregon, and its surrounding metro area. I have learned something today. I did not know that. Well, I've learned two things. I did not know Portland was weird, and I did not know that it was illegal to sell tacos if you're not Mexican in Portland.
It's at least illegal, or maybe it's not illegal, but I'm trying to look it up right now.
Where do you get your so-called facts? Is this a Twitter fact?
I don't think so.
You guys gotta understand.
Portland people, I am pure truth.
No, he's a Twitter fact fiend.
I'm an anything.
He's
fact
like, and
fiend.
Listen to this Twitter fact. Anyway, go ahead.
This is okay. What I pulled up here is from. It says at the top HuffPost. I think HuffPost is pretty big, pretty big deal. And this is from Latino Voices. So, I don't know, but it says Portland burrito cart closes after owners are accused of cultural appropriation.
What?
Critics say the women bragged about stealing recipes while in Mexico.
Oh.
Well, what now? What steal?
What?
How do you, but still, what's the problem? So what? I went to Mexico. What is Mexico like? Is Portland? Is that going to be like Mexican land now? Like, are they competing with the people in Mexico?
I don't know.
Or is that their recipes that they stole were so amazing that they're putting every other Mexican business out?
Here's what I think. I think that there's probably more behind this story, but the headline is what people go with. And if you read the fine line, they probably did something illegal in one way, shape, or form, and that's why they were shut down. But that headline catches people's attention, and then that's what we go on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you read that whole article, there probably is some fine print somewhere. And then we would be like, oh, that's why.
There's no fine print. It's all the same size.
Oh my gosh, Runyon. I mean, if you read, I don't mean literal fine print.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Oh my gosh.
But what's this? I'm dumb. I think I'm like, my brain isn't working or something.
Why?
What's this mean? What's I'm finding the definition of this right now. This cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
You know, I want to read that stuff and figure out what that means, because this is all weird to me. It's like, man, this is America. You could boycott it, right?
Yeah.
Boycott it. But you're going to shut people down?
I'm going to, when we're not recording, I'm going to look more into it, because there has to be another reason. There has to be. That's just my opinion. But anyway, while you're reading this, we should move on.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. We can circle back around and maybe have a whole nother podcast on cultural appropriation.
Nobody wants to hear a whole podcast on this.
Okay, well.
Cultural appropriation is the adoption of elements of a minority culture by members of the dominant culture.
Whatever. That's too much for a Friday night.
So, if you're the majority, you can't use anything. You can't adopt any elements from the minority culture.
Oh.
No, I'm not saying you can't.
I don't think they were doing that there,
I don't think cultural appropriation isn't necessarily a bad thing at all, because they do it everywhere. We do it everywhere.
There's more to that story.
It's good food.
Yeah.
And people like to cook it.
Yeah, I mean.
And sell it. Anyway, moving on.
There's way more to that story. I'm going to look it up later.
I'm telling you, man, they're weird out there in Portland.
They keep it weird.
You remember some people out there when we were out west? Some people from up northwest.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been to Oregon.
No, but you met people from up in the northwestern area, like Washington, Oregon, when we were out in San Fran.
Oh, very true. Very true. Very true. Yes.
Some fun people, but there's some
they probably think
they're different. They think they're like them rednecks from back in West
Exactly,
Virginia.
right?
Yeah, they're like probably have lots to say about us, but that's okay.
I'm sure they do. Us hillbillies.
They loved us. We loved them.
Yeah.
We had a blast meeting new people.
I want to go back to San Francisco.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I do. Wow.
I do too.
I didn't want. I don't know.
Moving on. What do you want to move on to?
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is just a random topic night. We can go on to anything.
What about the thing I've seen probably I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe I can count it on one hand. No, probably two. I've probably seen it more than I think. I can't remember. But the other day I was behind a car.
Right.
You ever pull up behind a car and they got their stuffed animal collection in the back window? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes, I do.
I'm befuddled.
Befuddled.
That I can't, like, my mind almost, it was like my brain exploded. Like I was sitting there and I could not. Why didn't you take
a picture and snap that stuff?
I should have. I'm trying to figure out there's something psychologically wrong there, right? Right. You climbed in your back seat and you positioned them in the back seat, in the back window. And to show off to people. People are going to be behind you and see your teddy bears and your little Cabbage Patch Kids. I mean, this was creepy. And then if you really love them that much, you're going to show them off. They're going to get faded. They're all faded.
Well, are you sure there wasn't a kid in the car?
I don't care. Because I couldn't see it because all the freaking stuffed animals in the back window.
Maybe there was a baby in a car seat and
that likes to look at the back.
Yeah, because
of stuffed animals while they're looking out at me.
No, because when you're a baby, you have to sit backwards in the car seat. Don't you remember?
Right, so the baby's going to be looking at the back of the stuffed animals.
Well, that's true.
Because all their eyeballs were looking at me.
That's so creepy.
And I don't get it. It's like I wanted to just act, just start waving at him, act crazy. And what do you say? Like, I really would have loved to park beside that dude and get out and been like, dude.
It was a dude?
Yeah.
It was a guy?
Yeah, he looked older.
Shut
He was
up.
older. But he could have been driving his wife's car, his mom's car.
If I had stuffed animals in the back window of my car and you had to drive it, what's the first thing you would do?
I would throw all those things on the floorboard.
Right.
Right.
It was a guy. That's kind of scary.
Oh, but you don't touch her dolls, though. I guarantee it, man. You don't touch those stuffed animals.
But what if they're his?
That's creepy, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to get him off the streets. I'm serious. Like, people that have... I can see him now.
That's so creepy.
I can see him now. I can see those stuffed animals, and I can't figure it out. I can't understand it. I don't know why. Maybe... I don't know.
I have seen stuffed animals in the back of a window, but it's been a very, very long time.
I struggle with bumper stickers.
Well, yeah.
You know what? You know when I don't struggle with bumper stickers? When I'm like, okay, that makes sense. When they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
If there's one or two, I'm like,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
But if there's like 60 and they're all over the car, I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
I get you.
It's like a sticker book. It's like a car sticker book.
I totally get you, man. I totally feel you. You are expressing yourself with stickers, which is a lot less damaging than other ways people express themselves.
Yes. That's just weird. Now I'm going to be on the lookout for that car in Charleston because there's only one. There has to only
Everybody,
be one.
keep your eye out for freaking stuffed animals in cars. And you know what? Snap it, or don't snap it because we're not on Snap. I mean, we are individually. But if you follow our Instagram page, what is our Instagram page? Runyons in the Closet?
Mm-hmm.
If you follow it, take a picture and somehow tag us in that thing. And because I want it. I want to see it. And put some crazy caption on there. Like, I don't know. And you can go to our page and try to explain to me, because I would love to know why. What's the population of the earth that has the idea to take their stuffed animals out of their perfectly happy home where they're comfortable in somebody's bed or on a shelf and put them in the back of the hot car or cold car?
I have no idea.
They can't feel anything, but it damages them. And it's just weird.
It is. It's really strange. When you're asleep tonight, I'm going to gather every stuffed animal in this house. And
I think we have that many.
I know where the kids' old stuffed animals are. I saved them.
Wow.
I'm weirdly. I'm sentimental. I can't help it. I'm a sentimental person.
You're not that sentimental.
I am too.
You like gut things and throw things away like you don't.
Papers and magazines. I just did that downstairs. Threw a bunch of magazines away. I don't like clutter, but I'm sentimental. I have notes back from when we wrote notes. Because see, when we were in high school, we didn't text. We had to write notes. Love notes. And we delivered them to each other in the hallway as we were passing by. Mm-hmm. Pass one to me. I'd pass one to you. I wonder if I could still fold like that. But I kept all of those notes. What do you mean I'm not sentimental?
Oh, we did keep all those notes. That's creepy. We should have a night where we read them.
Oh my gosh, we should. At least some. It's probably a bunch of pages of me apologizing to you for being so mean.
Hormonal.
I read through some of them not long ago, and I was always apologizing. Like, I'm so sorry I did that last night.
No, where'd that go?
I don't know.
What happened to those days?
I'm not mean anymore to you. I think I was mean in high school. I was a mean girl to you.
I don't think you're mean.
I think I was bitchy.
Yeah, probably, but I don't think you're that mean. I can't remember, though.
So anyway, I was just saying, you say I'm not sentimental, but I think I am. I save lots of stuff.
You think you are?
I have a whole container in the attic of the kids. I quit being sentimental with them after about kindergarten, but I kept all their little art they made in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably some really moldy Fruit Loop necklaces up in the attic that's probably disintegrated by now.
Creepy.
That's not creepy. To keep your kids' stuff, that's creepy?
No, something I just saw in here.
What did you see?
I don't know. I've lost it.
Are you okay?
Moving on.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a little warm.
You seem spacey.
I'm a little warm. That's it.
Well, we're in a closet.
Yes, we are.
With the door shut.
Yes.
It's a little bit warm in here.
Yeah.
And we can't have a fan because of the noise. So what do we do?
I don't know.
I don't either.
What about that, we can talk about like the, oh gosh. What I see recently.
Everything you looked at. Ah, I'm here all night.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Jinxes?
Jinxes. Like when you say the same thing at the same time?
No.
What's that called?
No.
Yes, but that's called something
No,
though.
you say it and then you go, jinx. First one to say jinx wins, right?
No, it's you say something at the same time. And then like isn't that when you say jinx and then like
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about jinxing yourself. Like you jinxed me.
Oh,
Like putting
yeah.
the jinx on somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. What about it?
What do you believe in them? Like, do you believe you can jinx somebody? Jinx something? Or is it just a
yeah,
mental
I mean,
thing?
I kind of think like if you say something like, "Gosh, I haven't been sick forever. Oh, I jinxed myself. I'm gonna get sick next week." I kind of believe like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like a superstition in a way.
It is superstitious.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sit up and worry about it. But I mean, I'm like, oh yeah, crap. But don't say that. Knock on wood.
My dad made us believe in it, and not because he believed in it at all. Because he jinxed everything.
What do you mean?
He's the king of jinxes. If my dad came in from work at night and was like, "Hey guys, it's going to snow 6 inches tonight. There's no way you're going to school tomorrow."
Oh.
We'd be like, "We're going to school." It wouldn't even snow. And it happened all the time. And still to this day, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, the Mountaineers are going to win this game." And me and my brothers would be like, "Screw you, man.
Don't say it.
Why did you do that? We will not win." And we don't. It's amazing.
Really?
Yes. If he says something positive,
the opposite's gonna happen.
the opposite's going to happen.
Well, that's kind of
About
weird.
certain things. It's just
Yeah.
with us. It's just certain things. It's like weather. It's like something that always affected us as kids, and we'd be like, "Dad did it again.
Oh yeah,
He said that, well, and then we start asking him questions
thinking he's like got
and
the answer.
seeing,
Like he's
because
an
it's
8-ball or
Dad.
something.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, he said, go ask Dad if he thinks we'll go to school tomorrow.
Yeah,
He said yes. He said yes.
That means
He
we're not
said
going.
yes. Like then.
that's hilarious.
So yeah, it's a little.
I mean,
weird.
I guess I do believe in jinxes.
You believe in everything.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? What's it hurt to believe in it?
What's it hurt to believe in
It
it?
doesn't hurt to believe in it.
No, I guess
I'm kind of
not.
superstitious too, in a way. Are you superstitious?
No, but you know what I heard about? This was a great story. Which it kind of ties a superstition in. But I was listening to this dude the other day, and he was talking about ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like ghosts. I never have experienced ghosts. I don't really believe in ghosts. I don't think. But I've never experienced them.
I know. That's why I always tell you.
So, but this dude was they were talking about ghosts, and he was like, okay, so he's like, me and my mom live in this house. My dad was gone. I didn't have any brothers, sisters. And he said, well, I lived in this house, and like, my mom got a job, and she would work late till like midnight or later. She would work all night, so she had night shift or whatever. And he was like, I always felt like something was around me.
Right.
I always felt like something was walking up and down the stairs when
Ew.
like he said, I was in like high school and I started staying at people's houses, like, because I didn't want to be at home. Like always, like he's like, I'd lay down to go to sleep and I'd hear this stuff in other rooms, noises and stuff, and he's like, it scared the crap out of me. And he's like, I didn't know, it's me messing with myself, whatever. Well, so his mom, he lived there. They grew up. He moved, and his mom eventually died there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
All right, I'm getting to it.
I'm waiting for it.
Okay, so his mom died there. His mom died there. Well, when his mom died there, like after that, like he knew the neighbors and he talked to neighbors, and he said he never really talked to them as kids or anything, but he actually found a neighbor that he said, I never really talked to them. They're older. They live down the street. And he said they almost bought that house before my mom did. And he said the reason they didn't buy that house is because somebody hung themselves in there.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Somebody hung themselves in that house. I think that's how he killed himself. But anyway, somebody died in there. So now he's like freaked out because he's like, now I know it was that guy's ghost.
Right.
Like all the stuff that happened to me. But here's the thing. The guy, he's successful now. He wants to try to buy the house. He says my mom is in there and she's trapped and she's going to be tormented forever with this guy.
Oh my goodness.
Because she died in there. So he's seriously stressed. You think that can happen? You think there's souls? Like he's like thinking, and like the other guy he was talking to, he's like, you can't, they're not, you can't tear down the house because he wants to buy the house and tear it down.
Oh, well, that's...
To kind of set his mom free. And the guy's like, they're spirits. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. But why is it that you believe that story so much? But the story that I'm not
saying I believe it.
I'm just
saying it's pretty fascinating.
No, it's fascinating.
Do you believe it?
Yeah, because I told you. You know what happened to me. I have a ghost story. Should I tell it?
Yes,
this is ghost story hour?
This can be ghost story hour.
Okay. I'll tell it as quickly as I possibly can. So we moved into this house when I was in middle school. And we built the house. My dad had the house built. So nobody lived in there before. It was a brand new house. And
Whoa. What was there before?
Let me tell the story.
Okay. I'm just sitting here trying to interview you.
Okay. So, not every single day, but often after school, I would get home. The phone would ring because, we had landlines back then. And I would answer it and a lady would say, let me talk to Miss Phoebe. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, nobody by Miss Phoebe lives here. Hang up. Well, this went on and on and on. So finally, I told my dad about it. He was home one day after school. The phone rang. My dad answered. It was the lady. And she said, let me talk to Miss Phoebe. And he said, ma'am, there is nobody by the name of Miss Phoebe here. And she said, yes, there is. You built your house right on her grave. And he said, you're crazy, lady. Before this was a neighborhood, it was ball fields. I used to play ball on these ball fields in this area.
What kind of ball? It could be significant.
Baseball. It's not baseball.
Baseball fields.
Like ball fields.
Okay, everybody.
Baseball fields.
Baseball fields.
Okay. So, anyway, weird things started happening in our house. TV's going off and on. We would come home and lights that we didn't leave were
Poltergeist.
on. Door, like a cabinet door would be open when we know we didn't leave it. There's like weird things. We would hear things in there. My friends would stay over. We would get freaked out. They didn't believe me at first, and then they witnessed like these TVs coming on by themselves. Weird. Okay, so my dad said, well, let me start doing some research on this neighborhood. So he researched and found out, in fact, which is very rarely done, before it was a neighborhood, it was ball fields. Before it was ball fields, it was a small cemetery.
No.
Shut up, you've heard this story. Quit acting like that. Anyway, and so, but they, for some reason, and I can't remember exactly what the reason was for, they had to move the cemetery. I don't know if it was like a real estate, I don't know. But they had to So
they needed ball fields.
I don't understand. So Miss Phoebe was our ghost. She was very nice, like nothing, like here's the thing about it. I was never really scared, like freaked out, yeah, but like I never felt in danger. So I always pictured her as this nice little old lady, and I just said she lived in our attic because that's just what I went with. But I never did feel scared or creeped out or freaked out.
Did you ever feel like she petted you?
Would you stop making fun of my story?
No, I'm not. I'm just wondering if like you ever felt like you're laying in bed and you're like maybe she's comforting you. Like when you're having a hard time, when you first started like your period, that's a rough time for a lady to go through.
You are making jokes, and this is a serious.
Okay.
You're making jokes.
I've got a serious question. Do you think, because I want a rational reason that Miss Phoebe's there, do you think they got tired and they're like, man, we got all the graves except this one. Let's just take the tombstone and not take Phoebe.
Possibly.
And that's why she's there. If they'd have moved her, she couldn't have haunted you. I think
know.
they left her.
I don't know. I mean, it's a
or
possibility.
Here's the other possibility. Your dad's a savage and he's crazy and he could have just freaking screwed with your head your whole life.
Well, I mean, there could
He could have been opening cabinets. He could have been turning TVs off and
My
on.
dad is a little.
He could
would
have been
kicked out of that. Get a kick out of that.
He would. He'd love it, and he would never say anything. He'd just let you be tortured.
Listen, no. I mean, how's he going to turn the TV on by itself?
I don't know.
Like it was under the cabinet, like the TV. It was like under one of those under the cabinet in the kitchen. There was no remote.
Oh,
to
you
it.
guys were ballers back in the day.
Ballers. No, there was no remote control to that thing. And here's another thing, real quick. I want to add to it. This will be another story because I have some really weird stories about myself. But I'm petrified of nuns. I am extremely scared of nuns. It used to be really, really bad. I'm a little bit better now. I don't lose my crap so much if I see one. But back in the day, I would go nuts if I saw a nun. I often wonder if Miss Phoebe was a nun. If we go deeper and we dig deeper into the past.
Well, now we're getting into just speculation.
Well, yeah, we are. But if we could dig in there and find out, that would creep me out because I never can figure out why I'm afraid of nuns. Like, what is it? I don't know what it is. I have no reason. Like, some people are like, well, I'm afraid of whatever because this happened, or there's some rational fears. Like, I'm afraid of snakes. Okay, well, yeah, you probably should. I mean, that makes sense. Or I'm afraid of whatever, and there's a story behind it of why you're afraid of it. I don't have that. I'm afraid of nuns, and I don't know why.
I know why.
Why?
Because you had reoccurring nightmares about them.
But that's why I'm afraid of them. But why did I have those nightmares?
I don't know.
I had reoccurring. That's another story. But anyway, I did have reoccurring nightmares that were really, really, really bad and violent. I would wake up in a violent state. But I wonder, because it was in that house that I had those dreams. Now, have I had the dreams since I've been out of the house? A few times, yes.
Well, maybe Miss Phoebe does a road show every once in a while.
You know what, Runyon? I'm done. I'm done with you. You're making fun of something that really bothered me as a child.
You're not a child anymore.
You know what? You're being smart aleck, and I don't like it.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
you have the smirk on your face and everything.
Look.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but you talked about ghosts, but that is a fascinating story.
And that's why, in feeding into your story, yours is fascinating.
Thank you.
But it's weird.
It is weird. It is. But I was there and I experienced things and I saw it. And why would nuns pop up out of nowhere in public places all the time? I mean, when's the last time you saw a nun in a public place? I would see them all the time. In my school, at our college.
Oh, that
Jeff
was
Runyon.
weird.
It was.
That was weird.
We went to a Nazarene college, and I saw one there walking. Why?
I don't know.
Anyway,
maybe you're supposed to be a nun.
Forget that, man. No.
Maybe you're supposed to.
I don't look good in hats.
I don't look good in hats. I don't look good in hats, and I like to get busy.
I don't look good in black and white, and I like to get it on. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was random, but that was our bonfire ghost stories. I like it. I've experienced a few different things, and you haven't because your mind's not open to it.
So if my mind's open to it,
you might.
You know what
I'm not saying we're going to have a seance or anything.
I think that's
that,
true. I think it is true. I think the way humans' brains are built, and I'm not a neurologist. Everybody, I'm disclosing that here.
Sucks. If you were, we'd be really rich.
Yeah, I'm not anything. But I think our minds are, one, we're all tribal, like we're supposed to be in groups. And two, if you open your mind to something, to believe in something, and you can see it in all these freaking religions and cults, and if people will open their mind to believing something, they see the signs. They see the things they want to believe in. They're going to see them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a whole nother discussion. Is it real because you believe? You know what I'm saying? I think everybody believes that they're believing the right way, but is it real or is it just what you've chosen to open your mind to? Because I mean,
I don't know. Do you believe in like psychics?
No, I think they're full of shit. Sorry.
Okay.
I do. I just think it's a. I think it's a scam. I think it's a whole scam.
I mean, I do think that there's a racket. Of course, people claiming to be psychics, but like, you don't think that people have. That there's certain people that can have visions, or
no, I think it's hogwash. I think it's complete hogwash.
Hogwash, okay, Paw. I think that's hogwash. No, but listen. Now you made me lose my train of thought. Like, people have visions, or like, what about when you have deja vu?
Deja vu?
Like, you feel like you've been here before and you've done this. Like, oh my gosh, that's deja vu.
That's because we're reincarnated, and in another life we've been in a similar situation, and it's us.
You don't
like
believe
for
that
one
for 1 second.
For 1 second or one split second, we're seeing our self 3 billion years ago or whatever, or in another world, or maybe in another plane or another level.
No, I don't think
or
that's
another like dimension. I'm just kidding.
I know. I don't. How do you explain that though? Do you ever have deja vu?
I do. It's really weird.
It is. So that's what I'm saying. What if there's some people who are more advanced and actually can have visions?
There are people that are more advanced.
But and that like that can almost like vision. Like, I have a feeling like visions. Like, what was that show back in the day when she had those? What was that show?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Who was in it?
That girl off of Cosby.
Was she hot?
No, it's Jeffrey.
Was it the good looking one?
Oh my gosh, it was the kid. You weirdo. It was the kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was it called?
I don't know.
And she had visions, like she could see what was getting ready to happen. Oh, whatever. I'll have to look it up.
She could not.
It was a show. Of course she couldn't. But like, do you believe that?
Oh, I thought maybe in real life she did, and then she had a show about it.
I don't know what's wrong with you tonight, but you're not.
I don't know the Cosby spinoffs.
It's not a
now I'm
spinoff
thinking
of
about
Cosby.
Him drugging people and having sex with them.
Oh, gross. I can't remember the name of the show, but so you don't believe in that at all?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
I think there's energy. I think that there's energy. I don't know how to say it, but people have energies, and that's what we're made up of. But I don't think that I can sit down in front of someone and they have never seen me before and they know nothing about me.
Yeah.
And they can have a vision about something in my life,
right?
Unless they ask me questions, and they don't need to ask me questions if they know
exactly.
If they can look at me, but they have to have these conversations, and they have to pick at you, and then you go in there with your mind preset most of the time.
Yeah.
That I'm looking for something. I'm looking for a vision. I'm looking for somebody to confirm something in my life.
Yeah.
And if it's even remotely positive,
yeah, or
it gives you hope, which we're all grasping for, then you're going to run with it probably. And you're going to believe in it. That's why people believe in a lot of things. That's why people believe in cults and believe in religions, because it gives them this hope. It gives them this thing to believe in that's more than themselves. Because if we believe in ourselves, it's like, that's.
Well, I think
we'd let ourselves down a lot.
I think we all need that, and I'm not gonna. Like, I don't necessarily 100% believe in it, but I also don't not believe it. You know what I mean? I think that it's maybe possible. I just am having.
No, I'm laughing
mind.
at the one show we watched where the psychic had said like a couple of things to the.
Oh, I forget what that movie was.
It was the captain.
But, yeah.
Remember? And she said something about his mother being gone and how she misses you, and he goes, "My mother's alive."
Yeah.
She just thought because he had a white beard and he was in his 60s, his mom was dead.
His mom was. That was Below Deck. We were watching.
Yeah,
Below
and then
Deck.
she said something else later, and he was like, and it was like obvious stuff. Like she should have, like, I don't know if she's like a amateur, but I don't know how she said those things to him, and she was so dead wrong. Like, it was just pathetic. Yeah. And no, she wasn't an amateur. She was one of the best. She is so well.
Well, she was supposed to be, but.
Well, she was, because she scams people. She got a good scam going. Shoot, I think today would be the time to do it, because you could really get people's info, man. You get their Facebook.
Oh, it would be so.
You could get their names and
easy.
Everything, and have an earpiece in. I don't know.
It would be so easy, but.
If you could take appointments, be like, oh, you're coming in for your psychic reading? Shoot.
You get all sorts of information because we put it all out there. It would be so easy.
Yeah, you do. You go Facebook stalking people.
don't know.
Anyway.
Well, boy, I didn't mean to get that, deep.
It was fun.
Tell some ghost stories.
Some ghost stories. We'll have some more ghost stories.
We should have a bonfire and make s'mores. That was another day, but anyway. That's all I've got for tonight.
Me too.
All right. Let's go.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.